One of these heroes made millions of boys believe they could fly. Another convinced America that science could rebuild a man. One called himself the greatest, and proved it. Another made every kid dream of becoming a superhero, and one turned baseball into America's greatest stage. Today, we're counting down the 5 heroes every American boy wanted to be growing up in the 1960s and 70s. Welcome to Main Street Stories. If these memories are yours, subscribe and join us. Number 5. Steve Austin. A spacecraft crashes into the California desert. Emergency crews rush toward the wreckage. One man survives. His injuries are catastrophic. Doctors have only one option. They rebuild him. When The $6 Million Man premiered in 1974, television introduced a hero unlike any America had seen before. Steve Austin was a former astronaut rebuilt with advanced technology, a bionic arm, bionic legs, and an artificial eye. Then came the line that every viewer remembered. "We can rebuild him. We have the technology." Based on Martin Caidin's novel Cyborg, the series arrived just as Americans were becoming fascinated by space exploration and new technology. Children pretended they could run at super speed. They looked through cardboard tubes as if they had bionic vision. The famous slow-motion running scenes were copied in backyards across America. The show's success quickly spread beyond television. Action figures filled toy stores. The bionic eye toy let children look through a small viewer that made distant objects seem closer. It became one of the decade's most memorable TV toys. Television made the future feel real. The next hero didn't need superhuman powers, just one perfect swing. Number 4. Mickey Mantle. Yankee Stadium is packed. Mickey Mantle steps into the batter's box. One swing, the baseball disappears into the upper deck. The crowd erupts. When Mickey Mantle joined the New York Yankees in 1951, he was chosen to replace the legendary Joe DiMaggio. He could hit from both sides of the plate, and he could hit baseballs farther than almost anyone else. In 1956, Mantle won the Triple Crown, leading the American League in batting average, home runs, and runs batted in. One of his most famous home runs, hit at Griffith Stadium in Washington, was later estimated to have traveled more than 560 feet. Whether or not the exact distance was ever measured, it became part of baseball legend. Soon, Mantle was everywhere. Kids wanted his glove, his bat, and especially his famous number 7. By the time he retired in 1968, Mantle had won 7 World Series championships, 3 American League Most Valuable Player awards, and hit 536 home runs. For millions of Americans, he became the face of America's favorite sport. The next hero didn't just dominate the ring, he changed the world far beyond it. Number 3. Muhammad Ali. Flashbulbs light up the arena. 2 heavyweight champions stand face to face. The referee signals the start. The world is watching. When Muhammad Ali defeated Sonny Liston in 1964, he became the youngest heavyweight champion in nearly half a century. The next day, he announced he would no longer be known as Cassius Clay. Almost overnight, Muhammad Ali became one of the world's biggest sports stars. He predicted victory and then delivered it. In 1967, Ali refused induction into the U.S. Army during the Vietnam War, surrendering his heavyweight title. After more than 3 years away from boxing, he returned to reclaim his place at the top. In 1974, he defeated George Foreman in the Rumble in the Jungle, one of the greatest upsets in boxing history. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Those words became unforgettable. Muhammad Ali didn't just win championships, he changed what a champion looked and sounded like. One man inspired the sports world, the next hero inspired an entire generation to put on a cape. Number 2, Batman. The bat signal lights up the night sky. The Batmobile races through Gotham. Batman and Robin answer another call for help. By 1966, they were America's most famous crime-fighting team. When ABC premiered Batman, starring Adam West and Burt Ward, the series became an overnight sensation. Wednesday's episode always ended with Batman and Robin trapped in a deadly cliffhanger. Thursday's episode revealed how they escaped. Millions of families came back the very next night. Within months, Batmania had swept across America. Toy stores filled with Batman masks, lunchboxes, costumes. The Batmobile, created from the futuristic 1955 Lincoln Futura concept car, became one of the most recognizable vehicles in television history. For millions of children, Batman wasn't just another TV hero. He was the superhero. One hero fought imaginary villains on television. The next hero risked his life in the real world. Number 1, Evel Knievel. A motorcycle races toward a towering ramp. Rows of cars stretch across the arena. Television cameras capture every second. The crowd falls silent. This is Evel Knievel. By the early 1970s, he had become America's most famous daredevil. He attempted ever more dangerous motorcycle jumps, culminating with the Snake River Canyon jump in 1974. Crashes left him with dozens of broken bones. He always came back for the next stunt. His white jumpsuit covered with red, white, and blue stars became instantly recognizable. Then came the toy that children couldn't get enough of. In 1973, Ideal Toy Company introduced the Evel Knievel stunt cycle. Kids wound the launcher, released the motorcycle, and watched Evel soar over books, homemade ramps, and anything else they could build. It became one of the best-selling toys of the decade. Across America, kids built homemade ramps and dreamed of becoming Evel Knievel. He simply dared to attempt what everyone else thought was impossible. 5 heroes, 5 different dreams. Steve Austin made the future feel possible. Mickey Mantle became the face of America's favorite sport. Muhammad Ali showed that confidence could change the world. Batman proved that courage could defeat any villain. And Evel Knievel convinced millions that impossible was worth trying. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Which hero did you want to be growing up? Or is there another American icon from the 1960s or the 1970s who deserved a place on this list? Tell us in the comments. We read every one, and your suggestions could become our next countdown. If you enjoyed this trip back in time, don't forget to subscribe to Main Street Stories. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.